then. I like this in the van.
It's all right for those of us with legs.
Oh, what a great evening, guys. And a bottle of red wine.
Fabulous raffle.
And sweet pakoras, sweet potato pakoras. Thank you. Very
Thank you,
delish.
Mel. That's very kind of you.
Very delish.
Very welcome. Right, here we go.
A couple of covers, I think.
I was getting quite relaxed into sitting and watching everyone else and enjoying the raffle as well. So, here we go. Can you call this, this is an old traditional song. When can you call it a cover and not a traditional song? How old does it have to be? Well, it's really old. I don't even know where we found it anyway.
Is it
But it's
It's not
older than
Vera Lynn.
that. No, it's older than that. But it's basically an old folk song about mistaken identity, where a guy mistakes his true love for a swan because she's got an apron on.
Well, they didn't have Specsavers.
They didn't have Specsavers. And it's called Holy Bone. And it goes a little bit like this. Ooh, capo 1, 2. Hold on, let's sing that 1, 2, 3, 4.
Tell of a hunter whose life was undone by the cruel hand of evil and setting of the sun. His arrow was loosed and it flew through the dark, and his true love was slain as the shaft found its mark. For she wrapped an apron round her and he took her for a swan, and it's ordinance, it was she, Holy One. Ran up beside her, found it was she, turned away his head, for he could not bear to see. He lifted her up and found she was dead, and a fountain of tears for his true love he shed. For she wrapped an apron round her and he took her for a swan, and it's all the last, it was she, Holy One. Bore her away to his home by the sea. sank in the grey of the sky. For she wrapped an apron round her and he took her for a swan. And it's oh, and alas, it was she, Polly Fawn. For she wrapped an apron round her and he took her for a swan. And it's oh, and alas, it was she, Polly Fawn.
Sorry guys, very unprofessional. I need my water. What I need is a lackey. Right. Sorry about that.
Need a Martin.
I need a Martin. Where's Martin?
I like having gigs by himself.
Right. So this is our second cover of the evening, and this is Gillian Welch. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly to say.
Yeah, definitely Jude
That's what he
Gillian Welch.
said.
Yeah. Right. And this is called Blackbird. So at the break I had to go to the van and get out the white powder. Very rock and roll, but mine is scented with sandalwood. So it's very uppy. I mean, it's sticking to the guitar a bit. Blackbird.
The blackbirds came at dusk, they roosted in the cane, made such a ruckus that it shook my window pane. And I'm covered up in dirt, and I stink of kerosene, and no matter what I do, I can't get clean. Last thing I remember was your footsteps in the hall, whiskey in your voice, and a shotgun on the wall. Now the shadows in the shadows, there's trouble in the cane, and there's things you do that you just can't explain. Uneasy lies the head, unfaithful is the heart, ungrateful and unlucky and untrue. And no one saw me coming, and no one saw me go. Only the blackbirds and you. Come harvest in the cane fields, the sky turns black with smoke. So I took our father's gun and a heavy piece of rope, and I left you lying there, the wrong fruit upon the ground, and I lit a torch and I burned the whole thing down. Uneasy lies the head, unfaithful is the heart, ungrateful and unlucky and untrue. And no one saw me coming, and no one saw me go. Only the blackbirds and you.
3, 4.
I'm grateful and unlucky and untrue. And no one saw me coming, and no one saw me go. Only the blackbirds I had knew. Uneasy lies ahead, unfaithful is the heart. Ungrateful and unlucky and untrue. And no one saw me coming, and no one saw me go. Only the blackbirds I knew. And no one saw me coming, and no one saw me go. Only the blackbirds and you.
Thank you very much. Right, so this next one is the second song from that I wrote about something in my hometown of Hull.
Hull.
And
Our southerners.
don't encourage the woman.
Can it be helped?
Sorry.
I don't know where that came from. That's not a Hemel-Hempstead accent, was it?
Oral. Yeah, and this is not as jaunty as the first one. This is about, well, one of the many trawling disasters. Back in '74, a new factory ship went down, and I know it's a bit of a cliche, but it was almost said to be unsinkable, the design of it. And it went down in heavy seas just off the coast of Norway. And the families were never convinced that it was just hit by a big wave and went over, because anyway. And subsequently, when they actually found the wreckage years later, it was on an unidentified Russian communications cable where the actual wreck landed. And so it's always been suspected that there was some foul play. So this is for all those fishermen. It's called The Goal. Oh, there'll be no fresh fish today. There's an empty berth at St Andrew's Quay. The harbour master's waiting for a call, but there'll be no one returning from the goal. January '74, the Goal left the port of Hull, out into the Humber estuary, past the mud flats of Sunk Island, neath the crying of the gull, heading for the cold heart of the sea. Oh, there'll be no fresh fish today. There's an empty berth at St Andrew's Quay. The harbour master's waiting for a call, but there'll be no one returning from the goal. Torn hits the open sea, his course is set northbound, but home the families face the everyday. There's a promise of good bounty from the Barents fishing grounds, away beyond the north coast of Norway. Oh, there'll be no fresh fish today. There's an empty berth at St Andrew's Quay. The harbour master's waiting for a call, but there'll be no one returning from the goal. The storm brave crewmen, their souls lost to the sea, never to be parted from the dawn. But the shout went out to vessels near, did anybody see or hear of North Cape Bank where she lost wide? Ill reports are not required. Was there red mist down at sea that day? Big Brother's eyes not turned away. Are they buried with the ghosts of those before? We may never know the reasons why. The sea will always hear them cry. Those unforgotten sailors from the Gulf. William, come back to me. There's more important things to be. My bed is cold, my heart is warm. I'll be a shelter from the storm. Home for home now, don't you fear. It's family life that I hold dear. I promised you a better life the day I took you for my wife. Ben's been asking for his dad. Month's a long time for a lad to miss you when you're gone away. You're more to him than fish and pay. Please sing along if you picked up the chorus. Oh, there'll be no fresh fish today. There's an empty berth that's in Andrew's Quay. The harbour master's waiting for a call. But there'll be no one returning from the road. Oh, there'll be no fresh fish today. There's an empty berth that's in Andrew's Quay. The harbour master's waiting for a call. But there'll be no one returning. But the families keep on yearning. There'll be no one returning from the Gulf. Dress me up in me oilskins and jumper. No more on the shore I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmate, gone for a trip, mate, and I'll see you someday on Fiddler's Green. Awesome. Thank you very much. It's, yeah, it doesn't get any cheerier now. Surprise, surprise. This is a song I was always looking for inspiration for the songs and things, and for this one I didn't have to look too far from home. It's a song about my granddad who he left school at 13 and joined. He went to work in the pit in the village, and he lasted within his first week he'd lost his arm, and broke both his legs and everything. But so this is for Grandad and for all the miners, you know, because it's a dead industry now. So anyway, here we go. It's called Another Job. And this one dries the throat. School bell rings for the very last time.
Wheels keep on turning.
Next day you're heading for the mine.
Turn forevermore.
You join the line of new recruits.
Wheels keep on turning.
School shoes swapped for hobnail boots.
Turn forevermore.
5 o'clock the church bell rang.
Wheels keep on turning.
At 13 years you're now a man.
Turn forevermore.
Joe's gone down in the devil's hole, trapped in the wheels that haul the coal. To them in power who have no soul, always be another Joe. Your father moved into this town.
Wheels started turning.
To sink a mine shaft underground.
Turn forevermore.
He followed where the old man led.
Wheels keep on turning.
Cost your arm and near your leg.
Turn forevermore.
Joe's gone down in the devil's hole, trapped in the wheels that haul the coal. To them in power who have no soul, always be another Joe. You men below pick up the scene.
Wheels keep on turning.
Their bodies ache, their muscles scream.
Turn forevermore.
Their eyes are striving for the light.
Wheels keep on turning.
In a world where all the day is night.
Turn forevermore.
Joe's gone down in the devil's hole, trapped in the wheels that haul the coal. To them in power who have no soul, always be another Joe. The Iron Lady drew the plan.
Wheels keep on turning.
To undermine the working man.
Turn forevermore.
Destroying opportunity.
Wheels have stopped turning.
And the heart of the community.
They will turn no more.
Joe's gone down in the devil's hole, trapped in the wheels that haul the coal. To them in power who have no soul, always be another Joe. Joe's gone down in the devil's hole, trapped in the wheels that haul the coal. To them in power who have no soul, always be another Joe. Joe went down in the devil's hole, where men they used to mine for coal. Cast aside, put on the door. There'll never be another Joe. Grandad. So while I was singing that, I was thinking about, I caught a bit of the debate on telly last night. I don't want to get all political and everything, but there was a 19-year-old kid in the audience on Question Time, and he asked our Prime Minister, what can you offer me as a young person? What can you offer me if we vote for you and get you in? And all our Prime Minister could come up with, well, when you've finished your study and got a job, we're going to cut taxes. And that was what you could offer a young person to look forward to. So, there we go.
And to continue with the the lightness of Wickenwood, we played a gig in Shropshire, and about 3 weeks before we were due to play, they told us a story about a gentleman who had, he was known as a sin eater, I'll get Phil to explain
Go on,
to
go
know because I'll just. But it was 3 weeks to write a song. They thought it would be great that we wrote a song if we were playing in Shropshire. So yes, take it away, Philip. Explain the story.
Right, briefly. If any of you don't know, well, we didn't know at the time. A sin eater was a guy that would take on the sins of people that had died without confessing first. And a lot of those people were children, obviously. And he would eat a small meal over the dead body and say a prayer, and thus taking on their sins so they could go to a better life, and he would then be full of sin. And so he was kind of regarded as a bit of an outcast and everything, but a necessary evil. And the church turned a blind eye to it because they kind of understood it was important. And this guy was a wealthy farm owner, but he had 4 children die in infancy, and he took on the role of sin eater. And we were quite shocked when we found out that this guy didn't die in 1306, he died in 1906. He was the last one in England. So we saw his grave and his family grave, and wrote a song for him because what else can I do? It's called Black Heart. I go by the name of Richard Monson. My burden, it weighs heavy on my mind. For I eat the sins of the parted. I am the last of my kind. I come from the rattling hope. I had a good life farming the land. A wife and 4 children were blessed unto me. For death raises cold bony hand. So I'll break my bread as you lay down dead. Your body is my table. I'll eat my fill as you lie so still. Your sins will blacken my soul. I aided in the passing of my family. Their small bodies laid out to rest, and I ate what I was able upon that lifeless table, took away their sins unconfessed. So I'll break my bread as you lay down dead. Your body is my table so cold, and I'll eat my fill as you lie so still. Your sins will blacken my soul. I'm shunned by the people of this parish. No one will ever meet my eye. They only come to call for the chance of redemption. Or they say their final goodbye. For your soul to save, I'll take your sins to my grave, or I'm chased away from your door. Max Layton on the fiddle, everyone. I go by the name of Richard Munslow. My burden, it weighs heavy on my mind. Now I am black of heart, for I've worn away my soul. I am the last of my kind. So I'll break my bread as you lay down dead. Your body is my table so cold. I'll eat my fill as you lie so still. Your sins will blacken my soul. I'll eat my fill as you lie so still. And your sins will blacken my soul. I give easement and rest now to thee, dear man. Come and knock down no lanes, nor in no meadows. And for thy eternal peace, I will pawn mine own soul.
Amen.
Thank you very much. Right, we're going to try and brighten the mood. I mean, try. I mean, this is us after all.
This is another
brand new
song, a brand new song. This will be the first time out with it.
So you know how it is. You write a song about a guy buried in the wall, and then.
You write
You write
about
another
another
one.
guy buried in the wall.
But this is a story I heard not long back, and also just forgive me, I've got to do some setting up in it. But this guy, the story, it's quite a long story, but I'll briefly go through because it just.
You'll never
tickled
do
me.
that, Phil.
What? Briefly.
Briefly.
Yeah. A monk in York, 1400s. He just was a monk because he couldn't think what else to do, but he liked a bit of the drop, and nearly. And he was sick of having small beer and bread all the time, and St Bartholomew's Fair came out once a year, and he thought, I'm having this, I'm going for this. So he snuck out, but he nicked the money to go out, and he just went for it massive. He was on the strong beer, and there was the bearded lady and all these things he wanted to see, and the giant seesaw that he was. And they found he'd gone, and the money had gone, so they sent monks out, grabbed him back. And back in those days, the punishments were a bit brutal, and his punishment was give him a loaf of bread and a glass of water and bury him in the wall alive. So they did that down in the cellar. And anyway, as the story goes, he broke through the wall behind him to the monastery next door, blah, blah, blah. Year went by, he kept his head down, year went by, and he couldn't resist any of their wine in the cellar. Got hammered, they caught him, decided, what we're going to do with him? There's an hole in the wall there, let's bury him in the wall. So he's got this song that he sings when he was on his seesaw and everything. It's up, up, up we go, in dulce jubilo, which is sweet happiness. And next door, they heard this song. That was what Jacundas was singing last year. So they pulled the wall down with the cellar next door. And he's there and he's still hammered. And then they think it's a miracle. So they made him prior. And so I thought, come on, there's a song there somewhere.
No one dies in this one film.
No.
Well, no one dies, yeah.
Wow,
Someone
really?
got buried alive twice and lived to
Tell the tale.
and tell everyone else what to do as well.
You think it in prior notice?
Hey! Right, just bear with, because this is all new. We've had a problem with this and new technology, and so. That's one of them, and unmute that, and then and let's hope some sound comes out of this thing. So, this is for Brother Jacundus, the worst monk ever, but he sounds like a bit of a laugh. It's called Sweet Happiness. Yeah, I can't remember either. 2, 3, 4. they cry, and joyfully started to sing. Up, up we go, in dolce jubilo. Now they make a choir, they all started singing his song. They survived a whole year in the war, and now he's raised up once and for all. Won't you come to sweet happiness? Went on and on. In dolce jubilo. Now they make a choir, they all started singing his song. He survived the whole year in the war, and now he's raised up once and for all. Won't you come to sweet happiness? Went on and on.
That really was mega loud.
It sounded loud up here, that.
It was loud. Apologies.
Yeah, sorry about that. Right, I need to turn it off.
So this is our last song, guys.
Oh, very good.
I love you all.
Bloody hell, you're easily pleased.
Yeah, so I have said this before to the people who know us. You'll know that I thought it'd be a really nice thing that Phil wrote a love song, and honestly, I thought he would draw inspiration from me.
And
his
honestly,
wife.
you thought you'd have known me, wouldn't you?
22 years, you'd have thought he would have been inspired to write a love song about me. But he didn't. He set it in the War of the Roses. Didn't you? It's a very beautiful song, but it isn't about me. I've learned to let it go. I don't know whether you noticed.
Let me know when that happens. Missing a cap or somewhere, but this will do. Bring up. Yes, so there we go. Bad books. But she always likes it if I get a new song together. So.
I do.
That was a good song.
Talk among
It's all a bit
yourselves.
warm. Yeah, a bit warm for me. It's going to have to do. So, it's called Little White Rose.
Down in the buds, men are losing their arrows, honing their skills with the bow. Fields go untouched now by bow and by how. Be no more crops if there's no men to sow. The calling for arms echoes out across the nation. It's guilty the gentry demand. Loyalty driven by rank and by station. I won't fight for title and land. Great armies are forming all over the land. Old Henry they stand to oppose. Men follow allegiances under a flag. My love wears a little white rose. Sweet smell the rose that I place neath my pillow when I leave repose. Oh, my heart it grows for the love of a man who gave me a
Oh, I am an archer in Edward's great army, travelling my feet all full sore. We soldiers go marching to town and through village, eat what we can, we'll sleep on the floor. Oh, many lay down in the arms of another, turn their minds from the war, I suppose. Faithful and true, I gave my love my favour. Now she holds a little white rose. Sweet smell the rose that I place in my glove at my nightly repose. Oh, my heart it grows for the love of the man who gave me a little white rose. We scarce make a meal and our bellies go empty. Armies have ransacked our stores. Pray for an ending to all of this suffering, begging by all saints the wolf at the door. I miss my true love with each day that passes, and daily my fear for him grows. Sit by the fireside, fist clenched in frustration, tears fall on my little white rose. Sweet smell the rose that I place beneath my pillow at my nightly repose. Oh, my heart it grows for the love of the man who gave me a little white rose. In darkness preparing for battle, silent we wait for the morn. We pray for our souls that will be returning, and send arrows fly at the breaking of dawn. I look to the south, I'm awaiting my lover. How long, my God, only knows. As time travels on, my hope is eternal. Whisper his name to my little white rose. Many years gone now, I married a good man. My life's fading, my children have grown. My husband beside me to comfort my passing as I share my last breath. I can still smell the rose. Sweet smell the rose that I place neath my pillow at my nightly repose. Oh, my heart it grows for the love of the man who gave me a little white rose. Sweet smell the rose
gave me a little one. Sweet smell the rose.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have we been reached today?
Thanks for inviting us, Pete. Thanks,
Yeah,
everyone.
thanks guys. Thank you for staying.
Thanks for carrying on.
Wow.
Thanks guys. Thank you so much.
Right, so thanks to all our floor singers, absolutely brilliant as usual. It's really, really great. So proud of you guys. Thank you to Carrie over there for
Stepping in.
stepping in. What? Because Cynthia unfortunately has got an inner ear infection and she's also contracted COVID, so she's not too well. So thanks, Cynthia, for doing that. Thanks for that. Thanks to Scott for doing the video and stuff and helping us set up and generally being a nice guy. So,
We need more nice guys.
yeah, absolutely. So, that's it. So, would you like to hear one more from Wickenwood? Would you like to hear one more from Wickenwood? That's better. So, one more, please.
If you can make it on the stage. Right.
Well, let's cheer it all up a bit.
Right. So, here we go. What we're going to
Take it. Oh, you're
Right.
yes.
do.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Right. There's actions to this song.
So,
Oh,
Hold
God.
on, Max is going to
Oh,
explain the
Max.
actions.
For a special local audience,
when you can
I need
fly.
feathers and wings is what I need. So for there are actions, rather than hearing me play, which is boring, there are some actions that you can join in with the chorus, and it just makes it a little bit fun, I think.
We've got Lizzie Hardingham to blame for this.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Tell them what it's about, Phil, quickly.
Yeah, well, you know,
Another old story.
another story about another monk. And this one, he was more of a thinker rather than a drinker. That's all right, wasn't it? That's yeah, I'm using that again. And he would study things and the world around him, and he was watching the birds, and he thought he'd be able to fly. You know, yeah, live and learn, luckily. And he decided to build himself some wings and launch himself off Malmesbury Abbey. And if you've ever been to Malmesbury Abbey, that's a stupid thing to do. It's massively high. But the thing is, when Elmer did it back in 1106 or something, it had a spire on top, so it was even high. It was about another 100 foot higher. But he lived to tell the tale, and he decided that decided that it was because he didn't have a tail. That was the difference. But the abbot forbade him from doing it again. So there we go. This is called Feathers and Wings, and it's dedicated to idiots.
Elmer sees further by far, desperate for knowledge, he wants to unravel the secrets. Mysteries born in the stars. He watches the crows in the sky, the love reverie held, the wonders why the monk shouldn't fly. Elmer gets down on his knees,
clasping his hands and says, please, won't you show me the way? A thought now starts to appear, working away, developing his idea. He's gonna fly one day. He dreams of feathers and wings, and flying high with celestial beings. Elmer's climbing the tower stairs, crossing himself and saying his prayers as he waits to make his leap of faith. And Elmer's up on the roof again, he's testing the strength of the wind, and then he'll fly, or at least he'll try. Brothers think he's lost his mind. He shows them the models, the plans that he's refined to help him catch the air. He fashions himself a frame, cloth stretched taut, he tries his best to explain, to make them aware. Well, he dreams of feathers and wings, and flying high with celestial beings. Elmer's climbing the tower stairs, crossing himself and saying his prayers as he waits to make his leap of faith. And Elmer's up on the roof again, he's testing the strength of the wind, and then he'll fly, or at least he'll try. The people gather down in the square, arms outstretched, Elmer takes to the air. He's trusting in God, he flies on a wing and a prayer. Before their very eyes, collecting the breeze, Elmer goes gliding right towards Oliver's lane. For more than a furlong he flew, losing control and crashing down. He knew he'd never walk again. Oh, gravity he didn't defy, but Elmer was the first man ever to fly. Elmer's climbing the tower stairs, crossing himself and saying his prayers as he waits to make his leap of faith. And Elmer's up on the roof again, he's testing the strength of the wind, and then he'll fly, or at least he'll try. Thank you very much. Thank you for indulging these two. And thank you for sticking around.
Thanks guys.
Where's my wine?
Okay, unfortunately all good things must come to an end.